that several coaching mafias of Gujarat, Haryana and Bihar have close connections with the periyar. இந்த கட்டுரைகள் இப்போ சமீபத்தில் வெளியே வந்திருக்குது. நேரடியாக அந்த கோச்சிங் மாஃபியாவுக்கு பிஜேபி ஆட்களோடு எப்படி தொடர்பு இருக்கிறது. இந்த தேர்வு முறையின் மீது நம்பிக்கை இழப்பது என்பது மொத்த அரசமைப்பு மீதே நம்பிக்கை இழப்பதை நோக்கிய ஒரு படி. ஐஏஎஸ் ஐபிஎஸ் அதிகாரிகள் இப்படி தேர்ந்தெடுக்கப்படுவார்கள் என்றால் இந்திய அரசமைப்பே குலைவது என்பதை நோக்கி செல்லும். When the Neet took the life of Anita, daughter of a Dalit laborer, only Tamil Nadu erupted in protest. அனிதா தற்கொலை செய்து கொண்ட போது தமிழ்நாட்டில் மட்டும்தான் போராட்டம் நடந்தது.
இந்த வீடியோவை உங்களுக்கு வழங்குபவர்கள் பேசஸ் பே, செக்யூர் டிஜிட்டல் பேமெண்ட்ஸ் with multiple features and great success rate.
Last Friday, Tamil Nadu Assembly has passed a resolution unanimously urging the Union government to grant assent to the NEET exemption bill. But in Lok Sabha, the adjournment motion is disallowed and the House is adjourned till Monday. Mamata Banerjee has demanded the restoration of states' right in line with our CM Stalin. Rahul, Akhilesh, Tejasvi also demanded the cancellation of NEET. NSUI, ISA and various other student bodies are protesting against National Testing Agency. DMK Youth Wing has announced a protest demonstration on July 3rd at Chennai. Even ABVP is forced to hold protests against NTA. We put our hands together with the students and parents of North India, fighting against a corrupt institution called the National Testing Agency. The Wire web magazine has alleged that several coaching mafias of Gujarat, Haryana and Bihar have close connections with the periyar. இந்த கட்டுரைகள் இப்போ சமீபத்தில் வெளியே வந்திருக்குது. நேரடியாக அந்த கோச்சிங் மாஃபியாவுக்கு பிஜேபி ஆட்களோடு எப்படி தொடர்பு இருக்கிறது என்பது குறித்த கட்டுரைகள். Hence, the Union government's attempt to defend the NTA is understandable. I came across an article by Pratap Bhanu Mehta, erstwhile VC of the Ashoka University. He says that the Indian Republic runs on two procedural legitimating devices, elections and exams. Pratap Bhanu Mehta என்பவர் அசோகா யூனிவர்சிட்டியினுடைய துணைவேந்தராக இருந்தவர். அவர் எழுதிய கட்டுரை இந்தியன் எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் நாளேட்டில் காலம். அவர் என்ன சொல்கிறாரு, இந்திய குடியரசு இரண்டு கருவிகளில் இயங்குது. ஒன்று எலெக்ஷன், இன்னொன்று தேர்வுகள். இவை ரெண்டும் மக்கள் அதனுடைய நியாயத்தை அங்கீகரிப்பதற்கான டூல்ஸ், கருவிகள். And hence he says that a collapse in trust in the exam system is tantamount to a collapse in trust in the system as a whole. இந்த தேர்வு முறையின் மீது நம்பிக்கை இழப்பது என்பது மொத்த அரசமைப்பு மீதே நம்பிக்கை இழப்பதை நோக்கிய ஒரு படி என்று அவர் அதை குறிப்பிடுகிறார். He goes on to predict a nightmarish situation. இன்னும் அபாயகரமான ஒரு சூழலை அவர் எதிர்பார்க்கிறார். He says, imagine a day where trust in the UPSC exam collapses. More than a revolution that might make the Indian state collapse. இப்போ நீட்டுக்கு என்ன நடக்குதோ, மற்ற தேர்வுகளில் என்ன நடக்குதோ, அது யூபிஎஸ்சியில் நடந்தால் அதன் விளைவு என்ன? ஐஏஎஸ் ஐபிஎஸ் அதிகாரிகள் இப்படி தேர்ந்தெடுக்கப்படுவார்கள் என்றால் இந்திய அரசமைப்பே குலைவது என்பதை நோக்கி செல்லும் அப்படின்னு அவர் சொல்லியிருக்கிறார். I think we are perilously close to such a situation. அது என்னுடைய கருத்து. கிட்டத்தட்ட அந்த நிலைமையை நோக்கி நாம் சென்று கொண்டிருக்கிறோம். Here I am reminded of the CSDS Lokniti survey which said that more than 65% of the people surveyed have lost trust in the Election Commission of India. And we have journalist Poonam Agarwal saying that Form 17C figures does not tally with the votes actually counted in all the constituencies except for 4. நடைபெற்ற தேர்தலில் 534 தொகுதியில் 4 தொகுதிகள் தவிர மிச்ச எல்லா தொகுதிகளிலும் 17Cயில் காணப்பட்ட எண்ணிக்கைக்கும் எண்ணப்பட்ட வாக்குகளின் எண்ணிக்கைக்கும் கூடுதலாகவோ குறைவாகவோ இருக்குது. அது சில ஆயிரங்களில் தொடங்கி 2, 3, 4 வரைக்கும் அப்படி வேறுபாடு இருக்கிறது என்பதை பூனம் அகர்வால் குறிப்பிடுகிறார். So, the NEET scandal is not just about the medical exams. It poses larger questions of India's democracy and the governance of institutions. The demand of the protesting students in North India is limited. They are directed against the scandals in the NEET exam. But we in Tamil Nadu, cutting across party lines, barring of course the BJP, say that NEET in itself is a scandal. When the NEET took the life of Anita, daughter of a Dalit laborer, only Tamil Nadu erupted in protest. Anita தற்கொலை செய்து கொண்ட போது தமிழ்நாட்டில் மட்டும்தான் போராட்டம் நடந்தது. She had scored 1176 out of 1200 in class 12 exam. Yet all of us opposed to NEET were branded as anti-merit in the national media. Now, the web magazine Print has reported that National Testing Agency has given 715 marks to a student who has failed in 12th board exam. 715 marks to a student who has failed in 12th board exam. Yet all of us opposed to NEET were branded as anti-merit in the national media. The nation that was indifferent to the death of Anita is now erupting in protest. Yes, we had nationwide protests for Nirbhaya, justifiably so, but not for the Dalit victims of Kairlanji who were raped and killed in broad daylight. The perpetrators of Nirbhaya rape were hanged, but the convicts of Bilkis Banu case were garlanded. This is a bitter reality of our casteist society. Let us face the truth. A system that is against equality, against equity, against social justice, against federalism and pluralism is bound to be inherently corrupt, inherently untrustworthy, and inefficient. The system that devours the poor and the oppressed will inevitably bite a section of the elite. Almost 50% of the MBBS seats belong to private medical colleges and deemed universities now. Hence, those seats belong to the sons and daughters of millionaires. The affluent class wants also the remaining seats of the government colleges. So we have paper leaks, grace marks, and all varieties of frauds. That's why we say that NEET itself is a scandal. In our earnest belief that you will hear the voice of Tamil Nadu, the rest of India will hear the voice of Tamil Nadu. We have the best public healthcare system in the country. We have 4 doctors per 1,000 people, comparable to Scandinavian countries. We have comparatively more number of female doctors. We strictly implement reservation for OBCs and SC/STs. So, merit, social justice, public health, and federalism do not operate in silos. They are interrelated. We have organized this meeting to enlighten India on this fact. The fact that merit, public health, federalism do not operate in silos. To enlighten this fact through the experience of 3 eminent persons, a doctor and journalist from Uttar Pradesh and a doctor from Tamil Nadu. We welcome Dr. Kafil Khan. He hasn't arrived. He will reach the place soon. We welcome Dr. Kafil Khan. We all know him. His book, The Gorakhpur Hospital Tragedy, a doctor's memoir of a deadly medical crisis, has come out in Tamil. பாரதி புத்தகாலயம் வெளியிட்டிருக்கிறாங்க. More than 70 patients, including 63 children, lost their lives for want of oxygen in that Gorakhpur hospital. Dr. Khan took efforts to procure cylinders to save lives. He was hailed by the media and hence jailed by the Yogi government. Dr. Khan has spent 9 months in jail for saving lives and more than 7 months for participating in an anti-CAA protest. He has around 6 false cases filed against him. The latest one was filed in December 2023 under 10 sections of the Indian Penal Code, including 153A, for the crime of publishing this book. The NEET exam is about cracking multiple choice questions. Faced with the medical crisis in Gorakhpur, Dr. Khan has also had multiple choices: indifference, apathy, passivity, but he chose empathy. We are grateful to Dr. Khan for accepting our invitation. We have with us Dr. Amalur Bhavanathan, vascular surgeon and member, State Planning Commission. If Tamil Nadu is recognized as a role model for organ transplant, the credit goes to him. In early 90s, the rich who could afford paid and bought kidneys from the poor. Like the paper leak mafia now, the kidney trade mafia was having a field day in Tamil Nadu. The Tamil Nadu State Cadaver Transplantation Program was initiated by Dr. Amalur Bhavanathan. He also served as a convener of the program, and this program brought an end to the racket. Now, thousands of poor patients are benefited by the organ transplants done in government hospitals in Tamil Nadu. He is an outspoken critic of NEET, strong believer of social justice, and a fervent advocate of public health care. We welcome Dr. Amalur Bhavanathan. We welcome Mr. Naveen Kumar, editor of Article 19, a Hindi YouTube channel having around 30 lakh subscribers, popular in Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, and Bihar. We know how difficult it is to fight communalism and casteism in UP. He believes in social justice and fights for it despite threats and intimidations. He is not new to us. In March, we conducted a meeting here titled North and South to Save India. In Tamil Nadu, we had our own doubts and fears on how North India may vote in this election. He gave an inspiring speech that cleared many of our misconceptions about North India. He is here to give us a picture of what is happening in North India and also to carry the message of this meeting to the Hindi-speaking audience. Welcome, Mr. Naveen Kumar. Finally, it's a great honor that Justice A.K. Rajan has accepted our invitation. His report forms the bedrock of Tamil Nadu's struggle against NEET. It deals with the flaws of entrance examination, history of NEET, its academic merit. It has collected the opinion of thousands of stakeholders on the impact of NEET and established its class bias, its negative impact on the health services in Tamil Nadu, constitutional provisions relating to education and the rights of the state therein. The exhaustive report was prepared in a period of just 1 month, shows his commitment to the cause of social justice and public health. Another significant report authored by Justice A.K. Rajan is on the issue of appointment of archakas of all castes belonging to Hindu religion. In that report, he brings down all the dubious arguments advanced in favor of the hereditary archakas belonging to a sect of Brahmin community. The appointment of non-Brahmin archakas initiated by our CM M.K. Stalin is based on this report. We welcome Justice A.K. Rajan. And Indra Kumar, journalist Peralai, he is well acquainted with this issue of NEET. He has translated portions of Justice A.K. Rajan committee's report. He is the right person to coordinate the program. Thank you.
இந்த வீடியோ உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்தா லைக் பண்ணுங்க, ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க, கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க. மறக்காம OH தமிழ் சேனலுக்கு சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க.